into the next stage of events. Was that? Oh, my bad. I heard something else. As the team moves forward to the next stage of events, you manage to get into, well, a lost shrine, well, lost to the people and lost to time. While here, you saw light fixtures strewn about as if they have never gone out. You found strange corridors that lead to who knows where. One of you in particular saw that they illustrate something else, something more, something that isn't seen by the naked eye. But along the way, you managed to get to the end, where laid a doorway, but not in the sense of an actual door, but more in the sense into a time, a long time ago, and an ancient being lost to it. With your own combined energy and magic, minus the one that can't cast magic, you managed to, well, turn it back on. And there you were met with an individual that has long since died out. An echo of a life long lived and, well, lived in their own right. Given a message of what is to come, given a story of what has transpired in the past. But the first sundering about the primordials and gods splitting apart and making their own worlds in that churn gave other entities a vision into your own. And with time and planning, they decided at this point in time to try to make a new domain into, well, into your world. It took centuries, it took years, it took a millennia to get to this point. And they did see hope. A hope's light guiding and potentially a spark that would let an illumination be cast upon the darkness. Whether or not the light gets, let's say, smothered out, we have yet to see. But you were given a task, you were given information, and you were given more information to the point that one of you mentally almost shattered. But you managed to get what was needed. And none of you so far has taken any money from that big pile.
What? No, what?
Nikolai,
no, sorry.
Did we observe what happened? Sorry. Yeah.
Along the way, you managed to find the doors that you decided not to go through. Giant fixtures of lions and gargoyles, and Nikolai kind of wanted to figure out what happens when you go through the door. So they decided to move forwards, open the door by hand, turn around to the team instead. See, guys, it's fine. And then immediately the walls crumbled around them, and as if a maw swallowed them whole. That is where we left off.
So, Dogma, can you describe or whose side of the wall are we on, and which perspective are we in right now?
Currently, we're gonna go with the team.
Okay.
Right now, in the moment's notice, you saw Nikolai open the door. I was gonna put you in the GM layer, but that works too, I guess.
Okay. That just had to be dramatic.
Yeah. Disappeared and gets swallowed up by the door. The entire area, almost as if quicksand, wrapped around him, and then you saw him no more. The statue collapsed upon its own weight, and in an instant, you saw it reform into a hallway. In the split second of maybe 2 to 3 seconds, this happened, and you saw... Well, you don't see Nikolai anymore, and you see through the hallway. You see through the door. There is no one there. What do you guys do?
Why does it not surprise me that Nikolai went and did that?
You know what? I did try to warn him. He didn't listen to me. Well, how are we supposed to get him back?
Problem? Does anyone know? Opal does state. Does anyone know how to cast some, like, detection spell? With any luck, they're within range. Hopefully they didn't die?
Detect magic? Or do you want me to locate Nikolai?
Probably locate. I'm pretty sure the wall is magical.
Mm-hmm. Alright, it is gonna cast locate creature.
All right. Within 1,000 feet. In the current point in time, you cast your location spell, and you don't find any trace of Nikolai. But that's not to say they aren't still around. That just means in the current location, you aren't close enough. Is there any direction you go? Like, do you try to go back to the end, or you back to the beginning of this maze, or these catacombs?
I'll go back to the beginning of the maze.
All right.
And then if I don't find anything, I'll go back to the end.
All right. You begin to make your way to the beginning of this thing. You get to the point where you see the 3 splintered points where it feels different, and so far nothing. So you continue on to the beginning. And at that point, you don't feel anything. You don't find anyone. I'm assuming the rest of the team goes with?
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of the team, minus Nikolai,
Might as well.
stick together in case someone tries to open another door. You make it to the front and you find no detection or no connection to Nikolai. So you make your way towards the end. But before that, Nikolai, you manage to get into the doorway. You turn around and you do see your companions, your friends, your allies.
Does it need to be on a different talking layer?
What?
Do we want to be on a different voice channel, or is this okay?
It's fine.
Okay, I just didn't know how serious it was.
You guys have never met a game before.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I just want. Yeah, you were good. Sorry, continue.
You manage to get onto the other side, as if you're being swallowed by, well, stone itself. In the fraction of a second, you are swallowed whole. You feel your movement being forced. It's as, honestly, it's not like, oh, hello, I'm in somewhere else now. It's more like I'm being crushed by stone and moved rapidly.
Yes!
Quick action, what do you do?
Quick action.
You are moving fast. You don't know how fast, but you can tell it's way more than 50 feet at this point in time.
Can I make Misty Step?
Briefly surrounded by silver mist, you teleport 30 feet to an occupied space that you can see. You are swallowed up completely by this rock. You can't see anything.
Ooh. Okay. Is it hurting me?
No, it's like transporting you somewhere. If you've ever seen Magic School Bus, it's basically that whole diagram of being swallowed by food being swallowed by the mouth and it transferring into your stomach.
Okay. Gotcha. I guess I can't really do anything, so.
Okay. By the time you
I can extendo sword. Can I pull out the extendo sword?
Yeah, you really can't swing it, but you can definitely bring it out. You bring it out with you. By the time you do so, you manage to get to the other end. And ironically enough, it is the other end.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Am I
you
in
land
the pile?
into the pile without too much of an issue and like hit it. As soon as you do so, you look around and then immediately.
Can I try to Misty Step to the edge?
Not finished describing, but yes, you can try. You land onto the giant pile and look around, and you see this first pile, and then you see a multitude of other piles this size in a chasm that's maybe 1,000 feet wide. This first one is atop of a giant layer, and you can see an end where it has multiple, almost copies of this exact pile. It is from end to end, maybe 2,000 feet, but from where you're standing, it is 1,000 feet from one end to the other. So you're basically in the middle, on top of a giant rise. Okay. Underneath you, there is a mountain of silver, gold, and platinum.
Okay.
What do you do? For context, this circle is where you're at.
This circle? Wait,
this bigger circle is the edge of the room.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
And these smaller circles are the almost exact copies of the same pile you're on. On each end of the piles are hallways leading to who knows where.
Is the pile doing anything?
No, you're just on
I'm
a
standing on it.
like your specific pile is on a not a loft, but a rise that is maybe 30 feet up. Not too terribly high, but high enough that you would need to make a choice on what to do next.
Okay. How about I
Like there are jewels, diamonds, encrusted blades,
I'm gonna
treasure chests full of who knows what.
Let me. So if there's a sword somewhere, how about this? Just to test it out. If there's a sword like somewhere on the pile, I want to take out or cast Mage Hand and see if I can pick up a sword.
You cast Mage Hand, and I don't think you can. I think most swords weigh more than 5 pounds, so you try to pick it up, but nothing really happens.
It's
it
5 pounds?
Moves it a little bit.
I think it's 10. Is it 10 or 5?
I think it might be 10.
10 pounds.
Either way, I'm pretty sure swords are more than 10 pounds. You
No,
can
but
probably
more than
drag
5
it. You can probably drag it. It lifts, and like you begin to move it.
Yeah.
It's moving.
Okay, can I grab that? Can it pick it up?
With your own hand or with a mage hand?
Mage hand.
Okay, you pick it up and you have a emerald encrusted short sword.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Looks gaudy, but expensive.
I'll climb down the pile.
You climb down, reach the edge of it. You're now on a platform.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to see any kind of thing around me other than the gold piles?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. All's well. Pose. Perception. Yeah, that's not terrible. That's actually decent. So
it's not bad. While you're on this high rise, you can tell that the other piles honestly do look near exactly identical to your own. Obviously, there are some differences here and there, but basically a lot of money in one centered place. You look around through the other openings of where this may lead, and you find one that's a little brighter, a little different than the others. You can tell the south entrance, or at least the south tunnel system, is probably where you were before this happened. Where you found that lost message. The other openings themselves, other than that one, seem to almost like this one, replicate in turn.
So which direction was the one that was seeming a little bit different?
The south one.
The south one. Okay.
Okay, you're on a high rise 30 feet up, but that's not terribly high.
I would like to
there is also a whole bunch of money underneath it.
Yeah. So let's do. Can I? Let's. I'm trying to think of something that's gonna be recognizable. So if there's like a chest or something, I want to like pull some chests over, and then like I don't care about the gold. Just dump it or turn it like on a side or something, and then stick one of the gem swords in the chest, and then put like some weird like make some sculptures or something so it seems different than every other pile. So it's like identifying like icon,
So
and
you're
then go down to this. Yeah.
so you're taking chests
yeah.
from the current area you're at, pinning them down into the south side to make a observable difference.
So well, the one that I'm at right now, and I'm just gonna make sure that it makes it's different.
Right
Or at least
now,
so
you're here. You're the red dot. Oops.
Yeah.
Red dot.
Yeah. So I'll take the ones that I have, the stuff that I have, mark it that's where I landed, so that I know that one is where I landed.
The one you landed is quite literally in the sky. There's no discernible difference in the other ones. Just the main one you're at. It's the easiest one you can tell. This is where I was.
Okay. And I want to identify it with something. I don't know.
Yeah, you take some of the chests in the area. You can't do it with Mage Hand because that's way too much weight than 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Mark the area so it's visible to you.
Ooh.
A difference.
Throw
and
like
again,
some.
It's the only one in the. It's not floating, but it is in the air. So even if you do get lost, you can easily see.
I see what you're saying. It's actually. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was confused. I thought you were saying you said it's okay. Wait, so like how is it floating?
It's not floating. It's literally a construction.
So
it's a pillar. It's a very big fat pillar with money on top of it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now I have to. Okay, now it makes more sense. Okay, so I climb down and then I'll do what I said to the south one.
It's a pillar. Go ahead and roll athletics.
Oh, they're all pillar. Oh, I have to climb.
No. That's the only pillar. You have to climb down to get to the other ones.
I'm like.
The other ones are on the ground.
Acrobatics.
If you're jumping, I guess acrobatics. F14 is not bad. You make a way halfway there until you slip and you land on the money. Nothing happens. You don't die.
Oh, okay.
It hurts a little bit, but it's like falling on something malleable.
I mean, Scrooge did it.
I mean that it would still hurt you, but 14's enough to tough it out.
Sure.
All right, you're on top of money, and you can see that the south hallway is definitely the entrance you came from. Well, the entrance that you are aware of. You look at the other sides now that you have the angle, and the other ones seem to have an archway, but each one has its own different definition, as if they are slightly mirrored, but not so well. And they're a little bit darker than the others. The south one seems to be the most indicating that it is the place you saw before.
Okay. I'll travel that way.
Okay. Slosh through the money and begin to get up there. You get up to the... There's like a lot of coins. There's really no way of getting around it. I'm assuming you don't like climb up the hill. You go around the hill. And at this point in time, Ada, you do register Nikolai, and, well, you can tell they're at the far end of this maze system. You get to the point where you do see Nikolai, well, near the money, but they're, leaving.
I took the gem encrusted sword.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's there.
Well, can you see me?
Yeah.
Nikolai, you didn't die. What the heck?
I wave back.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Hey, look! I found a sword.
What?
I found a sword. It's not really good for weapons, but how far am I from her?
Now you can usually get to her.
Okay.
You go through the hallway.
And I run up to her, and I'm like, hey, oh my gosh, that was horrible. Okay,
What?
don't go in the doorways. Those are bad. That's not good. Could have died. But anyways, I found a sword, and it's covered in gems. Dust. Here you go.
Okay.
One emerald short sword. Looks gaudy.
Ada's gonna put her hands on Nikolai's shoulders and then go into a hug.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, I'll give her a hug back.
Hugs are exchanged.
I,
No one died.
Why,
Not yet.
Did you need a hug for some reason?
Oops, sorry about that. Gee, let's go. Sorry, I just was worried about you. You kind of just got swallowed by a wall, and I really thought.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. But I'm Ada, just like Whisper. You got to know that we can handle ourselves, and I know you worry, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
You begin to make your way out. Oppo more or less gets kind of catty. Well, technically, you probably just got lucky, but sure, why not? We'll go with you being smart.
Well, thank you. That's the first compliment you've given me in a while, actually, ever.
Wasn't really a compliment.
You said I was smart.
Fair. You begin to make way towards the entrance once more. The lights never dying out while you're here. You get up to the top, and it is not sunset. Thankfully enough, Nikolai didn't get lost severely. So you are able to make it out before the sun rises.
So close.
Before the sun sets.
Man.
You can feel that the ground underneath you is trembling, but not so much that it is definitively close by. You just know that something is coming. Something far away, but something close enough that you can feel it. And because I think one of you rolled a natural 20, you can easily get back before the sun sets.
Man, I wanted some more adventure. I thought we were going to travel and see these things that were in the desert.
Well, we will be traveling through the desert in the near future, and we'll have to deal with situations at that point in time.
Idea. Gotcha.
Whisper does state, hopefully not dealing with it. Would rather not die or potentially get hurt.
I agree with you there, but the desert does tend to be quite a bit more dangerous than most other places.
Fair enough. Okay, so thankfully we made it back to town, and Nikolai didn't die. Don't know where he got that sword, but he didn't die at the very least.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait, we still have the battle axe.
Yeah, you have that, right?
It's on your back. Very
Should we sell
big.
this or should we keep it?
I mean, either way. I mean, you probably can't use it. I don't know if it's going to be of use.
This is true. You never know what it can be used for.
I mean, yeah.
That's so true.
Amar does state that's possible, but can anyone use it currently? If not, we should probably place it somewhere.
Place it, or what? Don't you want to like sell it?
Either one.
Eh.
Well, I guess we could sell it. It would help us out a bit.
You get to a stall without too much of an issue. Manage to find a weapons emporium, labeled. Labeled. No. You go to a weapons.
Axes everywhere. I don't know. Sorry. You got a name?
Nah, I was just looking for
Probably way better than that.
Some weapon guy. You go to an emporium where they sell weaponry labeled axes, and more axes. Let's just go with your name. There stands a nice, well, maybe not nice, but nice looking half Genasi woman. I don't technically believe Genasi can be half, but Why not? It's D&D. Magic can happen.
Interesting.
Elemental people can be more than one thing. And half water genasi woman looks towards you. Welcome to Axe and more Axe. I already changed the name. What can I help you with?
I'm looking to sell. Ada, I guess, pulls out the battle axe. I'm looking to sell this.
She takes it from you. It is heavy, so immediately you hear a thump while you put it on the desk that she's currently at. It's rather heavy. Let's see here. Huh. Very old, but
it's
not
actually
worn out.
we had to go to a great deal of effort to try to get this. Very challenging and tedious trials that we were going through.
Well, if you don't want to
So-
sell it, that's fine.
No. I'm very willing to sell it. I'm just trying to tell you that axe is very valued, very highly valued. So
She looks towards Ada. Do you not want to sell it? Is that what I'm getting at? Everyone else wants to
no.
sell it, but he doesn't?
no. I want to sell it. I don't know if she wants. I'm just telling you that we went through a lot of effort to get it.
We do want to sell this, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting mixed signals here.
Can I roll persuasion?
You can try, but it's... you can try. That's a 9.
Oh, that's
That's unheard of right there.
She just looks at you as if... This is how she's reading it, honestly. The way you're describing it, it's as if something sentimental to you is being sold, so... She's not reading it as you trying to up the price on this. It's more like, I really don't want to sell this, so lowball me. So the team doesn't sell it.
Yeah.
The woman then states, Well, it does seem old, it does seem rather worn, but not by battle itself, just an ornamental piece. It is rather large, so only large people can probably carry it, or very sturdy built. I suppose I can give you 300 gold for it.
Nikolai doesn't say anything.
Nikolai, you tried. That's all that matters. Yeah, that'll work. 300 gold is fine.
Surprised that you took the lowball offer. Okay. She puts. You can see that she puts 300 gold. Turns around, and Ada's the only one that can see this because she has the only expertise and perception. You can tell she put more money in it than she expected to because she didn't think you'd take it. It's not by much, but she does put more, a total of 400 gold into the pouch because she feels bad for undercutting you. Closes it and hands it over to Ada. All right then. She puts the axe to the side. If there's anything else, just let me know.
Dust, do you want to keep that sword Nikolai got for you?
I have plans for it.
All right, yeah, that'll be it then. Thank you.
No problem. Feel free to stop by. This weapon will be here if you want to get it back at one point or another for quite some time. No one's in real need for a giant battle axe. So feel free whenever you feel like you want to.
So I also have another sword. Wondering what you would want for them.
Let's just go back to the inn. We'll.
Oh, okay.
let's-
Nikolai has he's starting to pull out. He has one in his hand. And he has 2, and then he has 3, and then 4. And he's got 3 or 4 different swords that he starts pulling
Jesus.
out. And it's do you? I can sell these. Dust.
What are you trying to sell?
Above game. This is just dust. This is just me trying to save Nikolai's image
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all possible. and as he's starting to go, he's just no, we'll get rid of those another time.
Okay. No, I just slowly put them back in the bag, and then kind of walk out with dust.
Yeah, you do so. If you do actually want to sell those blades, you can resell them at 80% their natural value, their standard value.
Okay.
If they're magical or stuff like that, it will have to be in game. But standard stuff you can resell at 80% their cost.
Yeah. Well, no, I have like a short sword that says it's necrotic. I have the extendo sword. I have.
I would not sell the extendo sword, Ed.
Why would? Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's too
and then I have the flame tongue sword, and then I have
Those are
normal
magical.
swords,
Sword is standard.
Jesus.
and then I have some daggers.
I feel like Nikolai should just start making a collection of like swords or just blades.
Nikolai is our magic
I'm
item
literally
hoarder.
a hoarder. I'm literally, that's what he does.
Truthfully, you should be encumbered, but that's neither here nor there. You managed to get pulled away. Your image saved.
Oh yeah, I don't put weights on my items. I probably should be doing that.
That's fine. It's not like I've ever made the encumbered thing.
Yeah.
But you managed to get to the bar without too much of an issue. It is not heavily late, but the nightlife of this city has started. Oops, she's gone currently because she is not discussed.
I give
Yeah.
Right.
one cactus juice, please.
Sure. Come in immediately and ask for alcohol. Gives it to you without too much of an issue. Again, it's 5 copper. It's not that expensive of a drink.
Well, I just got this. Why did you tell me that you are a very...
You asked for this immediately in the morning. Looks towards your team. He
no,
clearly
tell
has
me,
a dependency. Just letting you all know.
I don't have...
He does.
I'm going to leave this here and I'm going to go to bed. Have a good
Nikolai,
day.
The day's not even over yet. It's not even night.
I don't care. She's being mean.
She's being mean.
Nick, you go. Dust, take this cactus juice. I don't want it. And then I'm gonna head to my room, or room that is shared. I guess. Yeah.
Same thing.
Shared bedroom.
Yeah. You get up there. It's still plenty of time to read and stuff, so you likely do so.
Yeah. Yes. Read.
At this point in time, Dust, you would probably not find your mentor. Plus, that shop was closed. Maybe half an hour ago.
We
Oh, wait.
we weren't planning on doing it tonight, anyways.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. So if there's anything you want to do before you fall asleep, you have plenty of time. Unless you're Nikolai, I guess. You can still do some things before you sleep, but that's entirely up to you guys. So Nikolai, what do you do while you're up there?
I'll just take some time to read about Nikolai. Kind of like he's taking a little bit of an interest into what the Modron way of like that kind of mind like way of thinking.
Yeah,
I guess, and try to like understand how they're trying to regain order. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll either Arcana or History.
Arcana or History. Arcana is decent.
Nice. You begin to not reread the passage, but you begin to go through the Modron section. Well, technically, Mechanist section, but neither here or there. Read through it, and you do get this little excerpt through the entire passageway. Through the passage. It reads as follows. It does seem that the Modrons do have a strange particular hierarchy. The first ones are the Modrons themselves, and they go and listen to the next one. Followed soon by the Dualdrons, and so on and so forth, until they make it all the way to the leader of the plane / their very existence. It is a hierarchy system that goes beyond its own measurement. It can't go beyond another. Take, for example, the ones with wings and the 4 arms. They can't speak with a Modron, as the Modrons themselves wouldn't be able to understand them. They work in a system accustomed to gears, or something of that nature. A giant machine, if you will. Each one has their place, and one cannot supersede another without first being broken down by another in turn. Take, for example, if the ones with the wings get destroyed, one beneath it will be advanced towards their rank, and so on and so forth until we reach the Modron. Well, in turn, they will be evolved or changed into a Dualdron, and then a new Modron would be created. It is a system similar to a caste system. Very, very concerning, but not completely, because they have a mind that really doesn't know any better. That being the case, though, it is like a giant machine. If something gets broken down, it is replaced and recreated if need be. So it works like a giant clockwork system. From what you can tell, the Modrons themselves have a hierarchy system, as mentioned beforehand. And if one of them breaks down, one beneath them gets changed or evolved to replace that one. And that type of chain continues on until we reach the Modron, where it then evolves on its own to become the second one, and then a new Modron is created.
Nikolai would try to understand where the Modrons come from.
You can tell that, based off of how it works, the one at the top is the one that creates the Modron. That basically creates them out of mere or nearly sheer nothingness.
So is the one at the top? You would like kind of be interested in, like, so how did the top one have the instruction to make the ones at the bottom, and can the bottom ones become the being at the top?
From what you can tell, yes, they can. A Modron turns into a Duodron, turns into a Tridrone, Quadrone, Pentadrone, Pentradrone, until it reaches the top. The top one is known as Mechanus. And they themselves, from what you can read, well, what it's read, has been replaced multiple times. The entity does and can die, but is replaced by the clockwork system that they themselves have created. They in turn don't fully die, but they are able to be taken down and rebuilt from another thing. A Modron can turn into, the god of them all. It just takes a lot of steps.
See, okay.
A lot of steps and a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Primus is the leader.
Primus.
Yeah. Primus,
I guess.
Mechanus is the plane.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Interesting. I guess I would just try to understand more about order and try to see if I can gain any kind of magical understanding behind that, I guess.
Yeah. You can understand that there is a build to this. It's definitely not chaotic. It's definitely not the type of magic you've dealt with before. Well, that you've been dealing with beforehand. It is something that, the best way you can describe it is something akin to a ladder. Each rung has its own structure, and each form develops in turn to its own thing. You rolled pretty well, Flakana. You can tell that there is you already know there's a structure to it, but you can also tell that there is a dispersal where it comes about and a recreation where that happens. A type of connection and energy that bounds together these two types of things, creation and destruction in turn. You begin to understand a fundamental structure of, protection. And you're in the process of developing the spell known as Protection from Energy. It's not fully there, but it is
Oh,
becoming something.
interesting.
Yeah. Dust, what are you doing with your time?
So preparations for the festival are happening right now, right?
Yeah, there's like a day beforehand. Like the day following this one, that's basically the prep day before everything starts.
I'm just gonna go around and see what's going on, just in general.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not as if like they immediately start at the very last day. Tents are being set up, structures, carts are being placed down and hunkered down because once they find their good place, they are not moving for the rest of the week. It's the first ones that get here, the first ones to get, well, the places that they want. You see that stalls are being created in place and in turn, and you see people like getting ready. You see a family of halflings setting up a booth to, well, you're not exactly sure of the game of it. It involves what appear to be sacks of sand being thrown at what appears to be a werewolf. You don't know why, but either way, that's a thing. You go to another stand, and there you do see a pie eating contest that's being built and constructed. In the background, you do see a whole bunch of dwarves just shouting at each other. You gotta make more raspberry. What about blueberry? Not everyone can eat blueberry. Raspberry is the definition of non-toxic to everyone. That's a lie. Not everyone knows that. Like a lot of chaotic energy is happening right now. Eventually, you do come across stalls that deal with shopping and all that. Instead of just the bazaar being the place to shop, it has expanded into the rest of the corridors. There you do see someone that catches your eye, or at least maybe catches your eye. Go ahead and roll perception.
wish I was a little bit more proficient in it. 10.
You do come across a set of stalls that have like fine weaponry, a lot of it ornate, but fine weaponry nonetheless. You do see a whole bunch of gossamer clothing here and there that have strange patterns on them, but they don't look magical at the very least. Some of them do, honestly, and some of them don't. You come across a very rainbow-like pattern, which is odd, especially for the type of environment you're at, but nothing really standing out. Is there anywhere you go particularly, or you just continue to wander?
You said that I could have possibly seen someone, but it was just not high enough perception roll.
Could have probably
Right.
seen something. I didn't say if it was someone or an
Okay.
object.
I'm gonna have a look at that rainbow cloth, or is that closed?
No, it's being, constructed.
Oh, it's being constructed.
Currently
Okay.
being set up. It's been constructed.
Okay.
It's just putting things where they need to go. You go to the area where it has that rainbow-like structure. Where are you? Okay, here we go. You get to the area where it has the rainbow constructed pattern of cloth. Someone with a iron-like mask with a red eye in one turn and a pitch black eye in the other one. It doesn't feel like there's literally... Well, no. It feels like there's nothing there, an entire void. This being has a feathered shawl over them with a metal-bound necklace kind of thing. It's definitely not rings. It's quite literally a band of thick metal around their neck. Not like a collar, but like a very weird thing. Their hair almost feels metallic in turn. With the red eye looking towards you and no mouth to speak of underneath, well, that you can see. You just see them. Surprised and maybe startled, it's entirely up to you. They do greet you. Welcome, traveler. What brings you to my stall?
So I saw your colorful fabric, the colorful fabric of your your stall. Intrigued a little bit.
Ah, yes. It has its own fundamental definition, but it is in turn something that can stand out and create or be created in turn. We are still building, but I suppose you can acquire something if that is what you seek.
I'm also looking around at this moment in time. I'm not really sure what I want at this moment in time.
Yes, I understand. Things in nature and things in our own minds have their own point in times and when we decide to make something or create something, and in turn we also decide to when and where and how and why. Yes, I understand. Yes, go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
That's not bad.
16.
While they're speaking to you, you can tell that there is a slow motion or slow way they're speaking, until a point where it almost immediately just erupts with words. Some of them make no sense, some of them do, and a lot of it makes no sense, let's face it. It's as if they're thinking on their words and then immediately just say what they're thinking about, but with no pretext or context to it. It feels... the best way you can describe it, it feels like someone knows how to speak. They just don't really understand the process. But by the way they spoke, you can tell that some words within the sentences they were saying, there was something more to it. By the way they described the cloth that they have on display, that's the only thing you see. That is the only thing that they're setting up, well, from what you can tell. And they spoke about it in a strange way, as if saying, we don't really know what we want until the point in time where it needs to be there. You don't know if this connects with one another, but you definitely can tell that there's something to that. That for sure they meant wholeheartedly. The rest, kind of hard to tell.
So what do you sell here at your stall?
Ah, yes.
I know you're not necessarily open, but maybe later on I will stop by.
Well, I do sell one thing. And that is the fundamental concept of the entire world based on the world concepts, based on the planes and the existence on its own fundamental level. Yes.
So, the principles of a plane or multiple planes of existences. Am I being too quiet?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
I thought I was too quiet. They do state in a matter of terms. Yes. Yes.
It's interesting. Right when I have no idea where I'm going, what I need, you appear. And it does. I'll just chuckle a little bit.
They just stand there looking at you, don't understand. Well, kind of hard to tell if they understand or not, but they don't make any motions to indicate they understand.
Do you happen to know of anything of the situation going on in the elemental planes?
Huh. That is a good way of figuring this out. You say that to them, and they go, huh, one moment. They take the rainbow pattern, and you can tell that the pattern itself, that the cloth is, woven together. But they take what appears to be the red stripe, the green one, the blue one, and brown, I guess. Probably orange, if I had to guess in a rainbow. They take those strips within the rainbow cloth, and it feels like they remove it, as if they are untwining it from the actual whole. But you don't see anything rip apart. You just see the colors be quite literally removed. And they almost fan it in front of their face, and then they place back the color on the cloth. There are a multitude of various things that are going on there. Perhaps something more specific?
There's a few things in mind. I know that my sister was taken to the elemental planes by a group called the Hunters.
Ah, yes. The Hunters. I'm gonna roll for this.
Yeah.
With modifier, that's pretty good. They do state. Based off the context clue of the Hunters, I can determine that they are within the plane of water, going and obstructing with a genasi with it. Well, not genasi, with a gen. I can't do this pattern very quickly. Based off of the connotations of the words that I've already spoken, they are meeting with a Jinn in that area, communicating with a very powerful entity with a commune to come here with its own army. Well, not an army per se, but with its own people and its own power, imbuing and inscribing within its own domain. That's in the now.
Okay, just above games. So the Hunters are looking to come back again.
Yes, from what you can tell, they are communing with a genie, basically the boss, to come back here. Well, maybe not specifically here, but within this plane.
Yeah, so they're preparing another raid.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Based off the wording, though, they're just preparing. So you have time.
Yeah, we have
Not
have
an
quite a
immediate
bit
thing.
of time. Yeah, we have quite a bit of time. Because even if they do get it, it'll still be months, if not years out. That's good. What about Madame Ziri the Bountiful? The information on her.
That's a 3. Okay, that's not a failure, but what exactly are you trying to discern from this?
I'd probably also tell him, I've angered her in a way, and I need to appease her.
Okay, that can be more concrete based off of what I already have. Okay, you do so, and she goes through the colors again, defines it, and they do state. Based off of this, I can determine that this entity has a willpower and strength beyond one most undeserving, but one deserving incline. It is a possibility that you will be able to do so upon its own governance if you believe you yourself are worthy and can prove it by your own means and demerits. Something of that nature, perhaps? The best way you can probably understand that is the entity that you're describing, or at least the being that is on the other end of your lantern. They believe they are worthy of this gift and, well, wouldn't give it to others so easily. If you believe you are worthy of it and she believes you are not, the only way to probably appease her is to prove to her that you are, not just say you are.
No, yeah. No, what I was getting from that was very much like she approves that I have this power to a degree. She doesn't like that I took it.
Yeah.
But she approves that it's me and not someone else.
Yeah, it's not like she's going to destroy you. It's more like you have time to not make amends, but prove that you are deserving of this. Out of everyone that probably did this, I'm not saying you're the most qualified to do it, but you were the most liked.
Oh, yeah. So this was more of a, like, I have lost her trust because of what I did, but I can gain it back.
Yeah.
There will be a noticeable moment of relief going across Dust's face, and like it's not going to be hidden at all.
If the owner understands it or not, they don't show it on their face. The very bit of it shows. But they look towards you and do state, "Now then, I do have to do my work, but I can answer potentially one more question, or you perhaps can shop here. Tomorrow or today, it's entirely up to you, I suppose. But I do need to continue my respite upon my own arrival, so my body does not fracture or burn."
Tell you what, you have been a great deal of help for me. You have eased my mind quite a bit. Would you be all right if I helped you in setting up your stall?
All right, they're gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna ask you to roll something. It all depends on what you answer. When you say that, they do state, "Do you understand and continue to process the fundamental understanding of the molecules within its own realm, its own system, and its own probable cause, as well as the fundamental structure of the weaves, both dark and antimatter, also the ones that form within the sun realm and the others in their own plane?"
I am well aware that there are many things that make up this plane, and as well as many other planes. And there's a lot of truth to them, and I am not about ready to say that I know all truth, but I do so very much acknowledge it. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I did not acknowledge that in some degree.
Okay, it's not technically what they asked, but that's a good enough answer. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Ada, you didn't call it. They just look towards you. Very well. And they just like give you garments to place upon, well, beams. It's not terribly hard work. It's just annoying work to do. It's repetitive, is what I mean.
No, like Dust is. I'm not gonna complain whatsoever as he's doing it, and there will be certain points where I'll be like putting forth like, hey, what about this? And kind of using my experience as a craftsman because I would have also worked in my master's shop a little bit, kind of giving pointers here and there
Yeah.
or advice a little bit here and there.
You
But
try, like you for sure try. This stall is quite literally beams upon beams that are like low, high, short, medium heights, and like you put cloth over those beams. The cloth themselves range from 8 foot, 3 feet, a yard, a spool. There's not that much to do. In terms of making it as decorative as possible, you definitely arrange it so it looks the best it can, but they're quite literally selling only one thing, and that is the rainbow cloth. But while you're doing this, you can tell they take out the cloth, and it is just a plain old, from what you can tell, I'm blanking on the name of what potato sacks are made of.
burlap.
Burlap. They just take what appears to be burlap from a giant spool. I forgot the actual name of it. And they begin to chant something each time they put a color in. It's as if they're weaving something into the burlap itself, and it's forming this rainbow cloth. You can tell that the one you touched, or the one they were looking at, and the one you're putting on the beams themselves are not burlap anymore. Whatever they're doing to it, they are fundamentally changing it at the molecular level. You can tell that they are saying something in primordial, draconic, infernal, celestial each time they, well, put a new color in. It's not a spell. It's more as if they are saying words of magic, but not in a constructed form on which a spell could be cast, more on a fundamental level of magic. It's kind of hard to describe, but that's the best way I can.
That's cool. No, I get it. So he's talking like the fundamental of everything, and like the words he's saying are more of inviting these changes to happen,
Yeah.
more than causing them to happen.
Uh-huh.
I want to learn about this even more. So, like, of course, right now, just kind of observation.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll Arcana. Probably your final roll before we get to Idia. Before we get to Idia. 19. 19's not bad.
19 with an F.
Like, you can tell that they are speaking these languages, inviting these fundamental magics within the cloth itself. You don't know what they are. And by the way they speak, you for sure know that they aren't human. And again, you look at their hair, you look at their being, and they feel more metallic than anything else. But at the exact same time, you can tell that they have an understanding of the world around them. It is a unique way of looking at the world and a unique way of processing the world. You do learn a few bits and pieces here and there, but you can't do it yourself just yet. Maybe sometime, some study, you definitely can. But right now, well, it is something unique that you've never seen before, so kind of hard to replicate on your first go.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a good
Most
start.
definitely.
But that's probably your night. Ada, what are you doing? I will let you know you've already finished the puzzles.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm gonna leave at least the, what's it called? I'm blanking on the name. The second puzzle, the sword puzzle. What was the result of the weapon?
Yeah. Do you reform it into the sword, or you put it back into the trebuchet?
Turn it back to the trebuchet and just leave it out if the others want to play with it.
Final's already playing with it.
She's going to check the status of her amulet.
Yeah. You go into the shared room before anyone else and look at the... I'm going to say there's a mirror there. Why not? It would probably be heavily expensive if there actually were, but why not? You look at the mirror that's in the room, and you can tell at a glance the amulet itself is fractured one end. You already saw that one. It's the first one you, air quotes, made. But the second one is heavy. It is deep, and it is cutting through the first one. One more, from what you can tell, and it'll fully break. This thing is not that strong anymore. But the first time it broke, you could speak with the entity inside. You could speak with, well, the devil inside. Now it's probably easier to do that, and they can probably speak with you if they want to.
Okay. Just I think this will help make Ada calm. Can she like go out to the bazaar to just clear her head?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You go out to the bazaar without too much of an issue. Whisper, looking towards you, nods, and you head out. She just simply states, "I'll let them know you took a stroll."
All right, thank you.
Yeah. You begin to head out. Team currently discerning, well, doing their own thing. Dust. Meeting who knows that man or woman. Mask. Nikolai reading a book.
I'll probably call Jillian also at some point.
Yeah. They're still recovering from their wounds, but they're doing good.
Yeah.
I also thought you... Oh, wait, that's Dust. That said be right back. But yeah. Ada, you walk into the bazaar without too much of an issue. You see not buildings being constructed. Not really. Stalls being constructed. I just burped, excuse me. And people wandering the streets. It is a city full of life, and in a few days, full of even more life. You see the turmoil of potential festival happening. You see the turmoil of getting everything ready. You see... Yeah, your perception is very high. You see Dust in a rounded corner booth with... Who knows what this person is? They have a mask on. Currently being talked to, putting up cloth everywhere. It's very nice looking cloth, but weird stall. It is a city getting ready for a festival. Although it is hectic, you can tell that there is an excitement in the air. You round the city without too much of an issue, and, well, that is where you're currently at. Is there anything you're attempting to do?
No, I guess Ada would just explore around. She never got to see much of the bazaar in the first place, so...
Yeah, that's fair. You begin to wander the streets without too much of an issue, and, well, the bazaar itself, it's full of life. Lives from various places in this world within its own community as well. Children, families are all together, and, well, people are all strooning about. Getting ready for a festival that will happen. Unless, as you well know, the end of the world might happen, so... Might as well not tell them that, but it'd be a complete downer. You wander the streets, and there you do find a few things. You find a stall that are selling perfumes. You find another stall that is selling weaponry and things of that nature. You find a stall that's selling books, and you find another stall that seems to be selling scrolls of some strange arcanic nature. But there's one stall that is very strange. The stall itself has nothing sold there. There are no prices, but there is someone with a hooded hat that is coming over their head. Dice on the table itself, and a strange circle with cards in the middle of it. They don't seem like I'm blanking on the word. Tarot cards? cards. Not cards to like tell your future, but they feel like the same type of structure and form.
Tarot cards?
Tarot? Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
tarot cards.
That's the right name.
Tarot. Yeah.
Looking towards you when you like take a look, the person, male, from what you can tell, half elf, roughly in their 42 elven 20s, I guess. Looks towards you, nods, takes up some dice and begins to like hover them in the air. Greetings, traveler. New in town? Ready for the festival?
You could say that. What kind of booth is this?
Ah,
I mean, I haven't seen anything like it.
well, most booths here have, well, a bit of luck to them. Some of them are just selling their wares. Well, mine's selling destiny. It has its own prices, of course, but not monetarily.
You're selling destinies?
Yes. You're someone else's or someone else's in turn.
So, how does that work exactly?
So, here I have a deck of cards. They are within its own magical circle, and, well, you ask me how many you would like to draw, up to a total of 3. The destinies themselves have their own repercussions. They can be good, they can be bad, or they can be other. All depends on what you desire them to be. They can be you becoming someone vastly wealthy. It can be something akin to you reliving your childhood or reliving someone else's childhood. It can be you turning into something else. It can be you being the greatest hero of them all, perhaps someone told in legend, and in turn you becoming a legend in your own way. But again, it does require its own cost. And not all of them are good. Fair warning.
All right, how much would it be to, I don't know, do 3 cards?
Again, if you decide to do this, it is on your own choice. Like, it's not a monetarily value, it is your willingness to give. 3 of them, well, you face the repercussions of 3 pulls. If you only do 1, you only face 1 repercussion. And depending on what you pull, it might not be so bad. If you pull 1 and, let's say you, I don't know, receive a boon of an ancient god, that could be good, depending on the god.
So it all depends on the cards.
All depends on the cards. Also, at a game, this is not the deck of many things.
Okay,
Oh man!
is that what your it was?
Could be worse.
Come on, just like throw us a bone. Come on, just like get some chaos in the world. No, I mean, okay.
Make
Well,
like
this
destruction.
this is essentially
So, okay.
what essentially this gentleman is a seller of destinies. So you purchase however many cards you want to draw. You draw those cards, and you get the consequences, good or bad, of that destiny.
Yes. You don't know why they're doing this, but yes. Well,
So
why or how?
depending on the cards I get, like if it's more than 1, there's a 50% chance it's a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
So,
As far as you know.
it's pretty cool. The thing I'm worried about is, will this trigger your devil?
Yeah,
The
I thought the exact same thing. Am I willing to roll that dice? Let's think about it for a second. Yeah, I'm willing to roll that dice. Ada will look towards. I'm sorry. What's your name? Do you have a name?
Ah, yes, quite right. Here I am known as Chance.
Chance.
Yes, like the word. CHANCE. I think. Common's very
What?
hard.
Yeah, yes it is. I'll do 2 cards, I guess. How much would that be?
It all depends on the cards.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll for me 1d100. And then
Oh,
another
God.
one after.
Whoa.
Hey.
Hey.
There's 1.
Where is it? I don't see it. Wait. Okay. I see it. Okay.
You see it?
Okay.
I'm hoping
Cool.
these things are good for you.
6.
Oh.
6.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, 58,
Okay.
marking that off, and 6, marking that off. You pull off 2 from the top of the deck, and you look at the first. Do you flip them both together, or you just look at one and then the other?
I'll do 1 then the other.
Then I'll just go from top to bottom. You pick 2 cards, and you flip over the first card. On it, you do see what appears to be a tricycle. However, the tricycle itself is being ridden by an adult man, juggling what appears to be 3 pies. Chance then states, "Ah, yes, the court jester." Oh, that's a tricky one. You then feel a magical surge around you, enveloping you, and a sensation full of laughter and mirth. Something you haven't felt for a while. Right now, you have received a boon. Go ahead and add +1 to your charisma.
Oh, frick. Okay.
Dang.
Dang. Alright.
You know, when you said boon, I was like
Yeah?
a little bit more,
What?
and I feel jealous of Ada now. Cause like I thought you were gonna give me cause the boon that you gave me for the scarf was a little bit different. So I was, yeah.
You asked a tailor to make you a magical item. They're not making
I
a
know.
weapon.
I know.
Those are very good.
I mean, I have to think about how to use it, especially. Okay, Kari.
Okay.
It's okay. They do state this. Well, long ago, individual traded their own future for another. They decided to gamble on this and change their own destiny into, well, something else. It's their own. I probably shouldn't say it. Yours has transpired the charisma of the once lived jester. This gives you a bit of mirth and wealth towards the Commonwealth, if you will. Enjoy. And the next card you pull is number 6. Oh man, that's kind of a bummer.
Okay.
Oh, no. Did it destroy the charisma?
No.
Oh,
You
I'm
pull it,
excited.
and there, and the card you flip over is a woman gowned in, a dark, dress. Cloth seems to be covering their face, and there is a storm cloud on top of their head. You feel a surge of energy wrapping around you once more, and Ada, I want you to go ahead and roll for me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. Oh, that's... Okay. You know what? That's what I thought it was going to be.
It's not bad.
Pretty good roll.
You feel the surge of energy enrapturing you and enveloping. You feel as if storm clouds are about to hit you, so you move to the side as if on instinct. You then feel something hit the ground immediately next to you, and you look at the card again. This person isn't moving. This person isn't doing anything. It feels as if it's someone somberly paying respects to someone they've lost. But then you look at the card again, and the storm clouds are still there, are still moving. And chance does state, yes, you found the electrified widow. Unfortunately, this is, well, I would recommend you continue to run for the next foreseeable 24 hours.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this destiny was meant for you to die by electrical means. Thankfully enough, this woman had managed to live on in their own new life. However, this destiny, well, is very dangerous to those cannot take the damage. An electrical bolt does come into the sky and rain upon you every 10 minutes. For the next 10 hours.
So how are you gonna sleep?
I ate a second sleep tonight, I guess.
Yeah. But the way they described it, you have to keep moving or else a bolt of electricity is just going to hit you.
Oh.
Great.
This would be a fun thing.
Yeah, that will be.
I mean, maybe.
It's every 10 minutes, though. So you don't have to, continue to run all night. You have a reprieve of 10 minutes for the next 10 hours.
So even if I sleep, it's still going to shock me and I have to move.
Yeah.
Oh.
This would be deadly against, a standard person.
What if you're in a building?
You don't know.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I'm totally going to test that later.
I will say, bare minimum, if you don't get hit, the building will get hit.
Oh, will that affect the building?
We don't know yet. Let's find out.
You don't know?
Yeah.
But chance does state. Well, I'm glad you survived the first round. Unfortunately, though, once you pull, you can't not acquire any more, so long as you haven't met the brief of 3 cards. But you still have 1 more if you want to gamble it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's gamble it. It's gonna pull out another card. That's a D100, right?
1D100.
1D100. Imagine if it's a 6 again. Oh, it's a 10.
Okay. 10. Okay. You pull out another card, and looking at it, you can tell. This is a weird one, now that you look at it. It is a mask, but it is the... I'm blanking on the name of it. I'm just going to call it a opera mask. It is an opera mask of the smiling and the frowning face, but split in half and put together. It is disturbing to look at, but not terribly disturbing. You don't really understand the fundamental structure of this, but you can understand that nothing happens. Nothing is affecting you. Nothing physically, at the very least. You show Chance the card, and he does state, yes, the... Well, that's very odd.
What's odd
But
about
Chance, are you more evil now? Or more good?
Can she make an insight check?
I suppose I could. Ada, you can make one as well.
All right.
2. I can't tell.
11.
You can't tell. You don't feel any different.
No, I feel fine.
Ada, dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
You feel fine?
You know the sucky thing out of game?
Oh my gosh!
It's a -1, so
Gosh.
it's not going to be good if I just get a 1.
Yeah. Another boom in the area. You move to the side. You pass.
I'm wondering if the people are just what is going on with the weather tonight?
Honestly, they look around, look at the sky, and then go around their day what the heck's going on? Maybe fireworks? Oh, maybe something's happening. This is not unexpected for people preparing for a festival. It's just weird. Does draw eyes, but when they don't see anything, they just go around their day. Go about their day. Chance does state. Huh. Well, normally this... how should I say this without insulting you? This changes the way you fundamentally see the world in its own turn. The only way it wouldn't change your destiny, I suppose, if you had more than one soul within you, but that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Right. Can I make deception check?
You can. But yeah. But the way he described it, so long as if there's only one soul in an entity or being, it would flip the way they saw the world. Because you have more than one,
So you're saying if someone was like lawful good, they'd become chaotic evil?
No, it's more on the lines of, well, yes and no. They don't turn evil. It's more like on the lines of, instead of saving this one person and trying to save everyone, I would try to save the max number and let that one person go.
Oh, so it's just the trolley. What's it called? The trolley problem.
Yeah. Instead of the person you know, you would save the 5 people you probably don't know. It's that kind of structure. But because Ada has 2 entities that see things in completely different ways, nothing happens. Because the exact thing that's supposed to happen is already happening. You can't tell one way or the other if they believe you or not. But they do state. That would be crazy. That being the case, though, that is all 3 of yours. Now then, if you have anyone wishing the change of the destiny, feel free to send him on by. They could die, by the way.
What's the likely chance for my friends to die?
13%, more or less. By the way, roll me a dexterity save.
Okay. This is gonna be...
I love how you did that.
I love this. Oh God.
Yeah, this one hits.
Oh. How much? For how much?
You try to move to the side, and immediately, bam! Your right shoulder gets hit by electrical charge for 6 points of damage.
Okay, I should have saw that coming.
You move to the side enough that you can tell that when you look at your shoulder, there is no indicating mark of electricity. You just heard the boom. Everyone else heard it. They saw no marks, so they moved to the side. You didn't see electricity. You just heard it. Whatever's happening, this is definitely something magical. Whatever this is.
Dang. All right. Well, thank you, Chance. I kind of enjoyed this. It was nice.
Yes.
Besides, the whole lightning being struck on me, or whatever is being struck on me.
Well, to be fair, I thought you would get different things. Perhaps turning into a princess. Perhaps turning into the dragon that takes the princess. Those were 2 things that were possible.
That would cause some issues.
Perhaps. I don't really know.
Well, I'll definitely recommend my friends to come over to your booth. Thank you.
You might want to get moving, though. You have like 5 minutes before it happens again.
Yeah, I should probably go. Well, have a good night, Chance.
You as well. You leave his booth. 5 minutes later, when he said it was going to happen again, you could keep moving. So when you hear the boom, it's like right behind you. Like you hear it and then you feel the thing. The electricity like going around your neck. He did tell you, as long as you keep moving, it won't hit you. But staying in one place too long, well, things happen. What does Ada do with the rest of her night?
She'll probably head back to the tavern, and she does want to test what would happen if she was in the tavern with the lightning.
Okay, more on that later. Nikolai, I know you're reading a book, but is there anything else you're doing?
Yo. Can I? So, question. I learned the alarm spell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then, would I? I don't know. I don't know if anything else I would do. I could start. Can I just like? I feel like Nikolai would get like a little bit more creative with like his spells, and like he would start like practicing more to say like spells, so that he would know like the hand gestures and more of like the muscle memory behind it. Not maybe that's the muscle memory, but more of like the knowledge behind it. So like if I would do a ray of frost or like some kind of spell, he'd like be practicing spells to like get it stuck in his head rather than like just knowing how to do it from like just being skillful. That makes sense? Like, I don't know. I guess my example would be like, oh, I'm gonna use it a different way, like from a different angle. Like I would try to like test out making spells
Yeah.
and doing sculptures or like trying to like do a ray of frost, and then I'll like do it on like some like different floorboards in the room or something, or like
Yeah.
do some like, I don't know. Yeah.
Are you
Just
getting?
again using magic to like increase my familiarity with using magic in a different way.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it solo, or are you gonna have someone in your team helping out?
I mean, if Amara's around, I could probably go grab her.
Yeah, she's around. She's
Yeah.
currently downstairs knitting because I made it a point to let you guys know she
Okay.
knits.
Did I
currently knitting a
see
scarf.
Ada? Did I see Ada come in the door?
No, she's currently out.
Oh, okay.
This is like not before that happens, but she
Yeah.
left, and a little bit time soon after that. You
Amara.
read some. She hasn't got
Sorry.
here yet.
Oh, okay.
She will eventually, just not yet. I'm gonna put it over here though.
Amara?
Sorry, Ada.
Yeah.
Amara is in the corner knitting, and she does look towards you when you say her name. Yes, Nikolai?
Can you help me? I need to do some magic because I'm trying to learn how to do it.
Sure, I can help out.
Said that very strangely. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah.
I'll help out however I can. But I only really know one way of doing it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like trying to think about it from the mind and not from like doing it with all of the muscle memory. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. You head upstairs or somewhere in the near vicinity so you can practice without hurting anyone. I'm just going to say you use the attic. No one's currently using the attic. Do you have enough space in the, area to cast magic? So long as you don't blow up the place, the owner will probably be fine with it. She looks towards you and state, all right.
I mean, I could probably pay the owner for the blowing up the place.
Oh, you'll have to if it happens. It's not like she's not going to charge you. But I take risks. Amara does state, all right then, what is your general plan for this?
Maybe using different spells that require me to like use a spell, but augment the spell to make it do something different.
Oh,
so that it changes the way that you think about it, so that it uses a different brain or like your like pathway that you're thinking about how the spell works. So like if you use a chromatic orb and you make the orb like explode or something, or like if you use like ice knife, you make it like stick in like a dagger and it like pierces something, but it like, or make like an ice like a fire dagger instead of an ice dagger, or I don't know.
Hmm. We can definitely try it, but I'm not experienced with this. All right then. What type of spell are you gonna try to cast, Nikolai, and alter?
Okay, I was gonna cast Chromatic Orb and then cause the orb to be a like, essentially like try to fuse it with Ice Knife with the same kind of combination, so it like turns into an orb, but then it's like you toss it and then it becomes like an ice shard explosion, like
Okay.
a saving throw kind of thing.
This is something Amar is for sure not prepared to help out with, and Nikolai, you yourself is. It's not impossible. You've seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the first time attempting it. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll Arcana +1, because Amara's there.
Okay. Core.
She helps out as best she can,
Arcana.
but not enough for advantage. 17.
That is 17.
You begin to not cast Chromatic Orb, but you begin to structure Chromatic Orb within your mind. And then you begin to structure an Ice Knife within that orb. It begins to almost meld and turn, but so far it's not fully sticking. It's trying to cast 2 spells into one, but the pathways are not working well. The way you're currently doing it is as if you're trying, you know how these spells work. You know how they're supposed to work. You just don't know how to connect the two together. So on your first attempt, you can tell that you can cast these 2 spells. That's for sure a possibility. You just can't fit them together. It's as if they're 2 puzzle pieces, but from 2 completely different puzzles.
Oh, I got a new idea. What if I cast a Ice Knife, but then turn it invisible so you can't see where it's coming from?
Maybe. We can turn other people this isn't really my thing, Nikolai. I'm here to support you. She gives you a thumbs up. I just don't know what's going on.
Do you think she would be more helpful? I'm not saying you're not helpful. I'm just saying that she might be more of a magically knowledgeable.
If you think it'll help.
I don't know. It's not worth. It's worth a try. Anything can help. I don't want you to feel like you're not helping.
It's fine, Nikolai. This isn't my forte. If you need someone else's help, that's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna go downstairs.
Grab Robo.
Yeah, she sighs with relief because this is so not her field of training.
Okay. I'll let you get back to your knitting, I guess.
All right.
And then I touch her and have her give her guidance before I leave.
You touch her on the shoulder, give her guidance to make good progress on her scarf. Goes back downstairs. You go back downstairs in turn. You find Opal in the corner drinking. She took your drink.
Opal, how are you?
Fine. Little buzz, but fine.
Okay. So you know about magic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are we going with this?
I'm trying to figure out how I can learn magic without using my muscle memory, but use magic from your mind. Like, change the way you make magic work so that it fuses magic together with different spells to make them work differently.
Oh, you're trying to change the pathways. Okay. Makes more sense than...
Yeah.
I use Big Brain to cast Fireball, which you technically can do. Well, maybe not you, but you technically can do.
I'm not... I'm not a beholder.
That wasn't an insult, by the way.
I wonder if she got my joke or not.
She didn't get your joke. Okay. If she did, she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
But she does state. Yeah, we can try it. I just don't know how well you'll do.
Okay.
Okay. You go up to the basement without too much of an issue. Fauna's also there. Why not?
We go.
She brings the
We go
trebuchet.
up to the. You said we go up to the basement.
Yeah. Up to the basement, currently having everything prepared. Opal does
Yeah.
put what appears to be 4 dowels into the ground in the room area. All right, then
Oh.
that should quiet down most of the potential explosion in the area. Looks towards
Oh,
Fauna,
I
currently
thought-
playing with a trebuchet.
I thought those were for channeling magic.
What? No.
What? Do you have something to channel magic?
Sure. She goes through her stuff, takes out what appears to be a wand, and like gives it to you. Here, have
Okay.
this. Like goes on the other end of the room where you're currently at.
Okay, I take it.
Okay. She does state this is a foci, so you should be able to cast magic without material components. So that's the best you can do.
Okay.
Unless you have your own sorcerer trait that can.
Do I have? Is there a target
that?
dummy that we can use?
She looks towards Fauna. No.
I just like inanimate target dummy, like something that we can just target, so I don't have to throw it randomly into like a location.
Right now, we're working on pathways. We're not going with, oh, you can do it in the first day. Congratulations. You're a prodigy.
Okay. Maybe I needed more like hard taught lessons. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
If you want hard taught, we can do hard taught. I just thought you want to succeed and not die.
See why you left your family. Continue.
Technically almost exterminated, but didn't feel like that. All right, then. You don't know if that's a threat.
Yes.
She then states, all right, then. The general pathways of magic go within your own circulatory system. They go through your own core and out, well, through the way you cast it. Most of them are somatic or vocal components, and some of them are, well, visual. In order for you to alter or change those pathways, you must let them go through a different connecting port, in a sense. The first thing we want to alter, let's go with something easy. Do you have an elemental spell? Something low level, like a cantrip.
What
What, do you think you're going to do a fireball on your first go?
Bryce, frostbite. That one.
All right, that'll work. Now I'm sure you know how to cast it, what it does, and all of that nature.
Yes.
All right. We are going to try to, instead of making it go through the pathway it normally goes through, we will change the elemental structure into a new one. With ice, it's more easy, I guess, to go to either the water element or the wind element. So either force or I forget the elemental damage for water. I don't know, cold?
Water? I don't know. What makes more sense?
I don't know, probably cold. She says.
Okay.
All right, let's just go with wind then. She begins to teach you a fundamental structure of how magic would work in a body. While she herself can't do this, she definitely has studied it to block it, to destroy it, and to take away someone's magic.
Is this like chakra?
Kinda, yeah. It's the best way it can be described. Let's see how much Nikolai understands it. This is the first time learning it. This is the first time you've ever studied it. Disadvantage, insight.
Insight? Not like intelligence or something?
Insight.
Okay. Disadvantage insight. That's an 8.
That's an 8. But that other one was an 18.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Oh, I don't waste it. Never mind.
okay. You understand that instead of the cold one, you want to go with the wind one. This is something hard to pick up. Not impossible, but maybe not on your first go. You begin to understand it for your best way, and you can tell she does state, all right then, we're going to cast the spell. She then puts like not a training dummy, but like a straw doll in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Go ahead and cast it in this area.
Okay.
She takes full on it and like moves her to the behind you so she doesn't get hit in case something happens. She also moves behind you.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and cast a spell, and after you cast it, roll Arcana.
Okay, so I cast Frostbite, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Frostbite.
You cast
And
Frostbite in the
then-
area on the straw doll itself, causing it to potentially freeze. But go ahead and roll Arcana. It's not bad.
24.
It begins to
I don't know
freeze.
if it was a disadvantage or not, but
No. It just the difficulty goes up or down depending on how well you understand it. It begins to be coated in ice and snow and cold damage, but you can tell that it's not fully cold damage, as more air is circulating in the room than you had before you've done this spell. You know how it works. You know how the area functions around it. There's more wind in the area, so you can tell that there's something to this. You just need more practice, or maybe understanding it better. It's kind of hard to tell, but you're on your way of learning it. It's just going to take more time, more practice.
Okay.
She looks at you and goes, all right, not bad. Not the best thing in the world. I'm guessing you didn't really understand everything.
Did you teach Quidditch at one point?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I just
If
I
it
had
involves
a
magical training, probably not.
feeling. Okay. Well, I mean, you're not a bad trainer. I don't know. Okay.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, it's usually me destroying someone's pathways, not really changing them.
I don't know what you meant by that. You shouldn't. I don't want to know.
I already told you I basically murdered my brother and sister.
Yeah, I recall.
Not to death, just in society.
Yeah.
Also my mom. But that's neither here or
Okay.
there. It's in mist.
Can we try again?
Sure. At this point in time, Ada does come in downstairs. Amara looks towards you. You're back. Nikolai is upstairs. I think trying to practice new magic with Opal. I don't really know. Fauna's also up there.
Wait, why is Fauna with them?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's what I missed. All right, so I
That's
want
just
to
also gone for a while.
Dust. Oh, I saw him earlier. He's helping at a booth or something. I don't really know, but
Okay.
Go upstairs, Ada. It'd be so hilarious. Go upstairs.
Hang on, wait. I'll be right back. We can talk in a second. I want to test something. Hang on.
All right.
Just gonna go upstairs.
You go upstairs. All the
And-
way up or just to your room?
All the way up, and I guess just test to see what will happen. She's gonna
I
wait.
thought you were
for me to go
I
back.
thought you were gonna go to where Nikolai was gonna be.
Oh, do you want Nikolai? I didn't. No, Ada wouldn't want to disturb Nikolai at the moment. He's doing his own thing.
Man, I had a funny little. It'd be. Never mind. You're good.
He'll probably hear it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
into the room where no one is currently at. It's still it's late, but not so late. People would go to sleep immediately. Nikolai, while you're studying, and Ada, while you're testing something, go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Yes, it happens in this house
Let's
too.
go. 14.
Okay, you pass. You move to the side and you hear a boom right next to you. It unfortunately it does break glass. The window and like the
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
shatters, and the cup next to your bed also shatters.
Nikolai
Downstairs,
cast frostbite.
okay. Go ahead and roll Arcana at disadvantage.
My joke is that I was thinking that it happened simultaneously,
Yeah, that was my
and then
joke too.
whisper.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to take your thunder.
No, it's okay.
Nah, Ada took my thunder.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
You begin to cast it, and there is more wind this time instead of frost, but it's not fully there, not fully formed. But you are doing better, especially for one night. But at the exact same time, you hear a boom. You do hear the bartender downstairs. Well, both of you do hear, whatever you broke, you're paying for it.
Oh, frick. Can I mend it?
I didn't do it.
Can I cast mending?
Unfortunately, mending fixes one tear a minute at a time.
Dang,
This is broken glass. This is going to take all night. And remember,
we
if you
have
stay in one
you have
place,
all night.
That would just waste.
every 10 minutes, it
everything.
just breaks again. Yeah. But yeah, you can tell that this elemental effect is happening around you, not just within an open space.
Oh no.
But
It
yeah,
is getting yelled down from upstairs. Sorry. How much would this cost?
talk about it in the morning, depending on if you break
Okay.
anything else. It goes for your
Alright,
friend in the attic, too.
I didn't do anything.
My Nikolai's in the attic?
She says nothing.
Is gonna go up to see Nikolai. Nikolai, hey, am I disturbing?
What?
Am I disturbing anything?
No. What was that noise?
So,
did I do that?
No, I did that.
Wait, what?
Okay, so
Oh, but what did you tell her?
what?
Did you
What,
teach
Opal?
her something new?
No, Opal didn't do anything. This is all sort
No?
of new. So, I went out, to clear my head and everything. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm being honest.
Oh, you're
And-
okay. Okay, good. I mean,
And so I went.
could have cut her hand.
Fair enough, but she could have dropped it in the trash.
Is it trash?
It was trash.
Not up here.
I have mending. I just mend the piece that she broke and then mend it to the window.
Well, have fun doing that all night. And you just took my job, so have fun. She walks downstairs.
No, but you know that. Did she walk already?
She's slowly
talking to-
walking away. You can still talk to her.
So, actually, if you do it, I'll pay you.
Joke's on you. I don't have magic. Walks downstairs.
I guess I'm learning magic for mending today. Can I mend things and I also cast? Never mind. I'm just gonna whatever.
As I mentioned beforehand, it's going to take all night to fix this glass.
Okay.
As long as you're not fighting anyone, it shouldn't be an issue. You spend your night mending glass.
Oh
Ada
my
spends
God.
her night avoiding lightning. Ada, I want you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw in case you just
Oh.
accidentally fall asleep.
Not 20 feet. Yeah.
Ah, that's no fun. For me.
What do I need to do?
You're just mending.
Okay.
You're not in any danger. Ada, you go into a nice forested area within the oasis. You can tell that the electricity is only focused on your body, so there's no danger, potential fire, just sound. You roam around all night and nothing or no one else gets hurt. You yourself are kept awake by not only the electricity hitting your body, but also the sound. Oh man, this would honestly just keep you awake because you rolled a natural 20, you don't get exhausted, I guess. By night's end, you are eventually able to not feel electricity anymore, and that destiny was altered. That was supposed to be a definitive thing that was supposed to happen. someone dying from electricity, someone just decaying away from it. And with your own ingenuity, with your own movement, with your own strength, you were able to bypass it. And it's no longer affecting you. By the 10-hour mark, you can tell it's gone.
Is it? It's the sun starting to rise, or is it like the middle of the night?
Sun's starting to rise at this point. Not fully, but it is within the twilight hour.
Can Ada go back to the tavern, help Nikolai with the shattered glass? Because she also has
He's
mending.
still doing it. Midway through, he took a nap, and then he's doing it again.
Nikolai, hey, Nikolai.
What?
You can stop. I can do
No.
it.
Gotta
No,
keep
I'm
on
good.
mending.
I'm fine.
Mending.
No, Nikolai, stop.
Mending.
Nikolai, stop.
Mending.
Nikolai, I'm gonna pick up.
Mending.
Ada, pick up
Mending.
Nikolai.
Yeah.
Ada's gonna pick up
Mending.
Nikolai, put her and like into his room and into the bed. Go to bed.
Mending.
You guys spend the night exhausted but well rested. Nikolai, because you were inside someplace, no exhaustion either.
Just gonna do that.
What
You're
do
just
you mean?
mentally worn out. And she just fell asleep. By the morning, you eat your breakfast, and we'll find out what happens after that in 5 minutes.
Whoa.
All right, I'll be right back.
The second time Ada has escaped death. Wow.
Wow.
after like taking over Nikolai's.
Did I
job.
learn any new magic from doing all the magic from mending or not?
You learned how to mend 2 rips a minute.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's insane.
Hey, that's
Well,
better than nothing.
normally when you mend something, it's a 1 by 1, something that's not longer than 1 foot in length. So you mend a section that's 1 foot, and then you mend another section that's 1 foot, and you go like by 1 foot increments.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do 2 foot increments, or no wait, 2 or 1 foot, 2 foot, increments in 1 minute. 1 foot. Yes.
Yes, if I'm understanding that right. So you have plenty of time still. Just let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Try not to break my brain.
All right. It's the following morning. People are exhausted, but with enough time to sleep for some hours. Ada was attacked all night, but technically not by enemy, just by her own choices. Nikolai was exhausted after learning
I laid in bed.
after a few new magical ways of thinking. Opal's a okay teacher, but maybe not the nicest teacher. Ada was there. Amara was there in spirit. That's all she could do. Unfortunately for this context. And Whisper was honestly just hanging out doing nothing. Fauna was also there. Who knows what happened after she was told not to pick up glass anymore. And honestly, Dust just took a nice sleep. Eventually, Ada's woken up. Nikolai wakes up. Dust is already woken up, eating
I'm gonna
breakfast.
stay in bed.
You stay in bed.
Yeah.
You have 1 day
I feel
before
like
the festival.
I feel like I've been working my head. I've been working like sleeping or like spending a lot of time reading and trying to learn magic. I feel like I need to just sleep a little bit more.
Yeah, it's fair. Wake up, but just lay in bed, allowing yourself to relax and potentially go back to sleep. Ada and Dust are potentially enjoying breakfast along with the rest of the gang, or the squad. You eventually tell the bar owner that everything is fixed. She goes up for a bit, comes back down, and does state, "All right then. Still kind of mad that you broke everything, but at least you fixed it."
Does Ada still have her charisma?
Yeah, that didn't leave.
Okay. It won't have it again, I promise.
Hopefully it doesn't. Anyways, you then order your breakfast. And she does state, "All right, you have 1 more day until the festivities happen, so if you want to continue your stay here, you will have to pay for, staying here. You did pay for 5 days, so you still have 2 days beyond this point, but depends on how long you decide to stay."
We will be staying until the day after the festival, so we'll go ahead and pay the additional amount now because might as well. Oh, I'm sure we have a place. So
Fine then. For your entire group, I believe it was a gold. For both of the rooms, so with an additional 3. No, it's a week-long festival. 5 days. I guess 5 gold.
okay, hold up the party fund.
Was it 5 silver? I have here 1 piece per room. I should have taken better notes.
Well, I think it was probably silver.
Yeah, I just go with silver.
So, but the prices would probably inflate because of the festival. So why don't
Probably,
we
but you're
say-
paying it before it happens, so it wouldn't currently, I guess.
Okay. Okay, I'll just mark it down as 1 gold from the party fund.
Yeah, that's
'Cause-
fine.
Yeah.
You do so. The rooms are represented to you for the remaining festival time. She does state. All right then, the rest of you, minus the one that isn't here, stop breaking things in here. And then she just gets everyone's breakfast ready. It
I
is
said it won't happen again.
Don't care. Uh, unfortunately, she's not nice. You enjoy a nice breakfast. A lot of protein, a lot of starches, but it's good. Not the best thing you've ever eaten. Unfortunately, you guys have had food with dust and him preparing things, so it's a step down, but it's good. It's decent. You have one day left before, you take actual time for the festivities. Like, things are still happening in town. You can still do anything you want. It all depends on what you want to do. What do you guys do? Let's just go with Ada. What do you do?
Ada's gonna look at Amara. So, if you're not busy with knitting or whatever you want to do today, maybe we can, hang out and you can tell me what you've been doing. Like before we saw each other again, like your adventures.
Oh, sure. Honestly, I'm just knitting because I thought you guys wanted to, have some time off, do your own things here and there. But yeah, love to have some one-on-one. Or looks towards the team if you want to invite anyone else.
I mean, it will turn to the others. Do any of you want to come? Is Nikolai just coming down?
Nikolai's still in bed. Whisper goes up, since she's technically sharing the room. Comes back down. He's still in bed.
Well, okay. So, any of you want to come, or do you guys have your own little business you have to do?
I still have things to do, Whisper states. So I'm gonna be, around, but not around you guys, no offense. Opal then states, I need to collect some more books and things, but maybe around noon-ish I could maybe join? I guess. Funnel just looks towards you guys. I don't think I have anything to do.
I, for one, I'm planning on going around town, collecting some more items, as well as getting ready for the jewelers competition. So I will be getting ready for that, as well as I will be continuing my training with Gert. So,
Amara does say, understandable. If you need any help, just let us know. And good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck, Dust. If you guys don't mind, if me and Mara can just hang out with each other. I mean, it's been a while since we had the chance to do it.
Yeah. Kind of a few years. She chuckles. But generally true. Whisper does state, not really a problem. Again, doing my whole spy thing in city, so don't cause any problems.
Whisper, what are you actually doing anyways?
Gathering intel information. I did say I'd do a few things here and there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Amara, do you want to go now or do you want to go later?
Now's fine.
Okay. We'll see you guys later then. If Nikolai wakes up, tell him I said thank you.
Whisper goes upstairs halfway. She then shouts at Nikolai, Ada said thank you!
Don't make me shoot a lightning bolt at you. Get down the stairs. I'm going to be down there when I can.
She comes back downstairs, tells Ada, he said don't make me shoot a lightning bolt downstairs at you. I'm going to come down when I'm good and ready. I don't know why he's mad at you.
And I forced him to go to sleep.
Checks out.
Yeah.
You guys really don't like to relax. She sits back down.
It's really not our ordeal. I mean, it's probably Dust's ordeal, but it's not ours.
She shrugs. But yeah, you and Amara begin to head out. Dust, what do you do? In the immediate.
In the immediate. So the festival starts tomorrow morning, or does it start tonight?
Like the opening things happen tonight around 8 p.m., but the festival happens tomorrow.
Okay. Um,
The opening things are basically fireworks, a grandiose thing from the mayor, and then like people prepare for tonight, and then in the morning things happen.
okay. I will first go and talk to Gert. Just essentially ask her kind of what her schedule's like tonight, because ideally we could finish off the third night of the training.
Yeah.
Because we were really only planning 3 days of training, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, get the third and final night tonight, and then just kind of organize when that would work best for her. Because she's gonna be having a stall, just because of what she does.
Yeah.
Um,
You go to speak with Gert without too much of an issue, and she does state, well, honestly, my stall is food, so I don't need much preparation. So if you want to do this right now, later on tonight, either way works.
okay. It'll probably be later on tonight when the blacksmith shop is closed for the evening, and that kind of the same situation. I will go to the original one and see if we can get that requested tonight.
Yeah,
The
understood.
the forge tonight. So, yeah, no, that'll be great. So I'll go there and see if we can use it again. Then I'll come back and inform you
Yeah.
on if I got it or if I have to go to another place.
You go to the Ying Ti individual that you were speaking to beforehand. He does state, so long as you haven't been making a mess this last couple of nights, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I can't really give it to you once the festival starts, so tonight will likely be your last night unless you stick around after the festival.
We were planning on it being the last night anyways. The individual who's teaching me, she will be leaving even before the festival ends, so.
All right, fair enough. Unfortunately, at the festival time, it is late hours into the night, so can't exactly have someone else working in my forge.
Yes, no, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, this will be the last night.
All right, then. See you later tonight.
Okay. Then I'll just basically go and inform Gert, yeah, we got it. During that process, or I'm going to be looking for fabric.
Okay, what kind?
Okay. More of your silks, with colors of pink, maroon, like some brighter colors, of various reds and oranges, and a little bit of purple. And then I'll also be getting like, sorry, I had a bit of a cough. Also some like gold trimming, lace
Yeah.
as well. I'm essentially getting this, and I'm also getting some like linens and some lighter fabrics. I'm getting this to make some dresses, to get some dresses made for Emily.
Yep.
I know that, yeah. Like, I know that I can't get them made here in this time frame because
Oh,
of the
you for
festival.
sure can, but do you want to overspend by a lot?
No. And so I'm getting the fabrics because I know that I can get a lot of really good stuff right
Yeah.
now. And so I'm getting the fabrics and some stones. Don't necessarily have to be gemstones, and some other items to make the jewelry and dresses that I want to for Emily.
Yeah. Thankfully enough, it's not festival prices right now, so you do get at an actual decent amount. At the end of the day, with all the fabrics, all the jewels, and all the metals that you need to collect, it comes to around 50 gold, give or take. If you want to try to persuade someone to bring it down, you're more than welcome to. But 50 gold's a pretty good price.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good price. I do want to try to haggle my way down a little bit.
Okay. Honestly, the fabrics are not necessary to haggle down. They give you the best price they can give you. So you're looking at the gemstones and the metals. You look at a... man, I'm blanking on the actual name of the race. You look at a giant turtle around 5 feet tall. Looking towards you, he does state, well, you do want a lot of gems. They're very pretty. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
19.
It's pretty good.
Across the board.
Okay. It's before festival, and as long as you say you got them from me, it's fine. So,
tell you what. And then I'll say, tell you what. Between you and me, they are in good hands. There's some items that I've made, and I'll just kind of like put up my hand to do a minor illusion, and kind of show him like the a miniature of the egg the Fabergé egg. Yeah, I'm the one who created this, and soon enough time, this will be well known across the kingdom.
Go ahead and roll insight. Because when you show it to him, you might notice something.
16.
16's pretty good. When you show it to him, you do see like a glint in his eye as if he notices something. And then you realize he shouldn't notice anything, or at least at the very least, he should not notice it at this point in time. There has been no announcement of a new, well, let's face it, national treasure. But he recognizes it when you show it to him, and he nods.
Maybe these items will be good, amazing in the future. Well known.
To the man. He's not Marky. Cover the name. He looks towards you, nods as if he's aware of what you mean by that. Okay. I will bring it down a total sum. So the total sum you have to pay now is 19's pretty good. 25 gold.
Yes. Cut that in half. Okay, awesome. Which means this guy has connections.
Yeah. Maybe you ask for a name, or if not, it's entirely up to you. But his name is Ter, Ter.
Okay.
You make way without too much of an issue, and start your day. And Nikolai, other than taking a little nap, what do you do for the start of your day?
Let's can I call Jillian on the sending stone?
Sure. At the relatively start of your day, you were there for a bit, but decided to start your day with a good call. You get the other end, and you can tell that she is winded. Around this time in the morning, it is her, blinking on the name, rehab, recovery. There's a specific name for it. When you're trying to recover, you're like your legs and arm strength.
Yeah,
It's
rehab.
Yeah. So you caught her after the point in time, so she's still exhausted, but not exhausted enough that she can't answer a call.
Yeah.
Nikolai, what's up?
Just thought I'd see how you're doing. It's a new day, so it's
Getting better?
not a yeah. That's good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, magic can't fix everything. They fix the the muscle tissue, but not the nerve ends, unfortunately.
yeah. Can't really do anything if you don't have the ability to try.
That's true. Uh, but is there anything you need?
Yeah. I just I guess I needed to hear your voice for the day.
You don't
I
hear
don't
her
know.
blush, but you feel like she's blushing. She is.
Uh,
Not that you know.
But that's pretty much. I mean, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I'm glad. Listen, I might not be able to speak in the next coming days.
Okay.
The Moon Festival, well, the Harvest Festival is happening. So any beat cop that's still around, that's not on duty with another mission, will be attending guard within the cities.
Mhm.
So I might be not able to respond, but I'll try to call when I have the chance.
Oh, okay. That sounds good to me. I guess we'll be in the festival here, so I'll enjoy the time to do that while I'm still trying to learn and be connecting with my companions here. So.
That's good. I mean, it's always helpful to understand the people you work with. My next partner isn't coming until 2 weeks from now, so after the festival. Hopefully we get along. You can tell that there is a
Yeah.
bit of sorrow in that sentence because she lost her last partner. And, well, there's a new one coming in.
Mm.
Nothing heavily bad, just sad that someone she knows was taken out in the line of duty.
Yeah.
But try to take care of yourself.
I mean, don't I always?
Try to take care of yourself.
Okay.
But yeah. Also, Ada, you don't know who her last partner was. You met them when you were there. You just don't know who they are. But I digress. She does state, Nikolai.
Yes.
I'm not technically on this job anymore. But have you ever come across someone that's dealing with magical items and spell scrolls out there? Try to let any of the beat cops around know. Unfortunately, there has been a string of magic being put into various markets that you don't belong into.
Mm.
It's kind of the thing I was looking into before, well, before all this happened.
Yeah. Okay. And I shouldn't do anything about this. I should just
If you feel like you can,
let.
but
Okay.
try to get help.
Yeah.
Don't try to do it alone.
I mean, I wouldn't do it alone. I don't really want to pass it on to somebody when I have the ability to take action. So.
You hear that there's a pause. A very, very audible, air quotes, pause. Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Yep. That's what I thought.
Sounds about right. You don't know why there's a pause, but there's
let's-
something that was left
Can I use Tides of
unsaid.
Chaos on that?
Sure.
Let's go. Okay.
Not any better. You can tell. Well, it's a bit better, but not by much. You can tell that
Yeah.
there's a pause, heavy and stern, more or less. They're not mad at you, but you can tell that they are mad at something. When someone goes quiet, they are thinking about something pensively. It's definitely not you, but you can tell that something within that sentence you just said hit them hard.
Hmm.
But you can, after a quick moment of like 5 seconds later, she does state, just make sure you go out there with people around you.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Just take care of yourself. And make sure you don't go at it gun-ho.
I always think about what I do. I just do it from a way that seems unorthodox. That doesn't mean I don't think about what I'm doing.
All right. Well, I gotta go.
You take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. You do hang up one after the other. You can tell that she's thinking about something. You don't fully understand what it was, but it's not about you. But you can tell she is upset. Fortunately, though, it's festival time, so you can't... Well, you can try to speak with her. Unfortunately, she's on duty. Starting tomorrow.
Cool. Okay, I get out of bed and then go. I don't say anything to the lady, and I just like put my hand on the table and like hold my hand out in front of her.
She gives you water.
I shake my head.
She just looks towards you.
And I just keep on holding my hand out until she gives me what I want.
You gonna pay?
I roll my eyes at her.
5 copper.
I give her a silver.
She shrugs. It's not my responsibility to make sure you're okay. She then gives you 2 steins of alcohol.
I pour them on the ground and I shake my head.
She's stopping herself really, really hard not to slap you across the face. But eventually she understands what you mean and she gives you the cactus juice.
We all knew. We all knew.
I'm actually like trying to go for breakfast, but sure.
I was way confused. I'm just, what?
No, like
What are you doing?
Nikolai put his head out. I was like, oh, he's asking for cactus juice. That sounds like a Nikolai thing. Nope.
I mean, it was funnier the way that you got to it, but I mean, I was gonna go for breakfast, but
Each time you spoke with this woman, it's, can I have alcohol?
You wasted 2 perfect bottles of alcohol.
Nikolai doesn't care about alcohol. What? Cactus juice is the lifeblood.
You shrug, begin to drink it, and whisper around you does state, I think he wants breakfast, maybe? Looks towards you. I don't know, he needs to eat something with that alcohol.
I haven't said a word yet since I got out of bed.
Yeah. The woman comes around, gives you basically day-old bread and like some churned potatoes, which
I look up at her.
just heavy starches.
I look up at her and I say, I go back and I get into my pocket and I give her 2 gold pieces and I say, be nicer to people.
She takes it, looks towards you. You have beautiful hair. That's what you get. And then like walks away.
Let's start.
Probably the nicest she's gonna be. Yeah. She takes your money though. It's honestly good breakfast. Again, not the best thing you've ever had. Unfortunately, you've had Dust's food.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. By the time you're finished, Opal looks towards you. So then, Cranky Pants, I'm assuming by the way you dropped your alcohol. Any plans for today?
I'm actually just recuperating. There's nothing wrong with me. I just wanted to show this lady more understanding. She didn't really understand how to be nice, and so I felt like I came at it from a different angle.
I don't think that's her thing.
Well,
Also,
just because
pouring
it isn't her
alcohol on the ground in her place of business probably didn't help.
need to get that spell, don't I? Oh well, I can just druid craft it off the. Once I poured it out, I just cast druid craft and then cleaned it.
Yeah, you currently see Fauna like poking at it with her walking stick before she does anything else. You clean it up. Opal then states, "Yeah, okay then. Ada's hanging around with her gal pal. Dust is getting stuff for his gal pal, I think, or himself.
Do you want to do something?
Oh, I'm getting books. If you want to.
No. You're coming with me. We're gonna go do something fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
No, books. No. We're gonna do something fun. I wink my eye. Like,
aren't you
know what I'm
taken?
Oh my god! I slapped my head on my forehead, my hand on my forehead. No, let's do something law-oriented, fun in the city, finding mischief, things like that.
Okay. I guess, but afterwards, can we get my books?
Fine. I just wanted to do something that we don't do very often, so it's just something different. Gotta switch it up. You gotta keep people guessing. You gotta do new stuff. You know what yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. She looks towards Whisper. Do you mind looking after Fauna? How did this happen? I have no idea. First, he tries to. You know what? Sure, let's just give it to him. He's probably having a bad day. I guess. Fauna looks towards you.
I'm not having a bad day. It's just a different thing to do. Huh?
Sure.
I mean, if you want to, you can go do your books, and I can have Whisper and Fauna come with me.
Fauna does state. If you want me to. Whisper does state. I'm doing spy work later today. Well, in like an hour.
So what are you gonna do with Fauna while you're gone?
I don't know. Maybe a daycare?
If you leave her by herself, I will put my full force on you.
Opal does state, I was planning to take her at the library, but you wanted to do mischief or whatever in town.
Well, I wanted...
I mean, she can tag along.
Fine, we'll do fun mischief that's not unlawful. Air quotes.
Whisper that does state. Yeah, good luck with that. Fauna comes over. Okay.
Whisper, don't get into any trouble.
Yeah, she goes upstairs. Already leaving before you change your mind. She heads out because she does not want to deal with this.
Okay, well, what are we doing?
You were the one that invited us.
Okay, well, I go look for anywhere that we can find out if there's anybody trying to do some shady dealings around town, or maybe some people that are trying to like some purse snatchers, or like some people that are like trying to do weird like petty crimes. Kind of
Roll
like yeah.
perception.
Yeah. Ooh, do I get? Oh, I don't get any help from the folk around me.
Opal wouldn't help you, and Fauna doesn't care. She's living by the day. 14 is not bad. Looking around, you can tell that people are like doing the final touches around the stalls here and there. Some people are pretty close to purses. Others are pretty close to each other. You do see like a shady man in hoods going through the not halls, but back alleys of places here and there. From time to time, when you're walking around, you do see them multiple times going through these back alleyways. But they never pass anywhere within 3 feet of each other. And they never go into the sunlight directly, at the very least.
Hey, Opal.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any like a satchel of gold or anything?
You mean my purse? Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, just like a regular bag.
I guess. She takes out a small bag from her equipment and like puts some gold in it.
Yeah, like 2 pieces. I don't know. Enough to make it seem enticing, I guess.
Okay. She puts a handful of copper in it and like 10 pieces of gold on top, so it looks like it's full of gold.
Okay, now put it on Fauna and then have her walk in the alley.
Okay. She gets some string, puts it on Fauna's one of her horns, so it like looks like an earring, a very big earring, but an earring
What?
nonetheless.
Why did you put it in her like on her belt? She has a belt, right?
She has a sash.
What? Why do you want to hang it like she's an ornament decoration?
It looks cute.
That's like a bait trap. It's like they'll know that we're trying to spy on somebody.
She's currently dangling in front of her face.
Okay, I put it around. I take it off and then put it around her waist.
Yeah, you put it around her sash.
Yeah. Okay, Fauna. Here's what you need to do.
Okay.
Go walk through the alley.
Okay. Begins to walk around
And
the alley.
wait. Come back.
Comes back.
Here's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Don't leave until I tell you.
Okay.
You're going to walk around the alley and just walk to like you're going to buy something from someone that's on the other side of the alley, and then come back.
Okay.
And make sure you see, and yeah, you're fine. And then just come back, and then make sure that you pay attention to the person you're trying to buy. And now, okay, go.
Okay. Begins to walk into the back alley. She passes the threshold of where
I pay very close attention, and I tell Opal.
You pay very close attention. She goes into the back alley. You're easily still able to see her. She goes past the point where the man, woman, or whoever the shadowed person was turned into that alleyway. She doesn't go down that alleyway, but at that point she does state, "I'm over here to buy something from a shady man in the alleyway." Continues to walk down the alleyway until it reaches the end of it. She comes back, and before she reaches the point of where that man turned, or that individual turned, there is another turn on the left side. There is roughly a 6 foot tall, let's make him an elf, elf looking down at her because she is not that tall. He looks muscularly built and like a nice twirly mustache. Looking down at her, he does state, well now, little lady, what brings you here? I am buying something from a shady person here. So, how much gold do you have on you? I wasn't given directions about this.
I'm gonna message. I'm gonna send a message to Opal. To Opal. Wait, not Opal. Wow, Fauna. Fauna, just be natural. Don't say what I'm saying to you now. Just be natural.
Outside, you just hear her say, "Okay." What do you mean, okay? I am natural. Okay. Why don't you give me your purse and let's see how much gold you have on you? I'm supposed to be natural. She begins to walk away. He goes like towards
I
her.
message her again. And walk back. Walk back. Talk to the man. Pretend like you're buying something. Don't tell him that you're pretending like you're buying something. Just pretend like you're buying something like you are.
The man goes to stop her, and she turns around before he like gets a hand on her shoulder, like hold on. Before he can do that, she turns around and goes, I am buying something from you. Yeah, okay. Again, how much do you have? Bye. She like turns around and like walks towards you guys. She just leaves that hallway and he looks towards her, puzzled and confused.
Oh my god.
She gets to you guys again, and that man, from what... Oh man, you don't have Ada's passive perception.
No, I don't. It would have
Roll perception.
Okay. Was I paying attention?
Yeah, you said you were. Advantage.
I'm dying. Oh my gosh.
22 all around. You like overhear him state, I have no idea what the heck that was about. I was just trying to mug her, but man, she's just way too crazy. He like walks down the alleyway where he came from. It wasn't the same guy that you were tailing, but different dude trying to mug her.
Yeah.
Got confused by her, walked away.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do it now?
Please. Nikolai's just like almost in tears. Okay.
She gives you the bag.
Okay, give me the bag. Okay, I give her my coin sash just in case. No, I give Opal my coin sash, and I tell Fauna, "How are you alive?" And I just walk through the alley, and I'm just like,
She looks
okay.
confused by that question, but doesn't answer. You begin to walk down the alleyway. In the meantime, Ada and Amara. Ada, you begin to travel through the streets without too much of an issue. You have some nice small talk here and there just to keep up the not to keep up the conversation, but to start it off. You talk about the weather, you talk about how things are going on so far. Nothing heavy, but enough that you have a conversation to start from. You like go around just window shopping here and there until Amara simply states, how you been holding up?
Honestly, right now I feel pretty good. I mean, I guess because of the effect of the card. But my gem cracked again. And if it cracks one more time, then it's kind of game over.
I was hoping for a fine in you.
Well, okay, yeah, and you? How are you?
She politely chuckles, but you can tell she's worried. I'm good. Again, if you need anything, just let us know. We'll be here to help, but let's maybe get away from that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
For now.
You never really told me about how you got those scars. The ones you showed earlier to the group?
Oh, those ones.
Mhm.
Well, you know how I, let's say, left home at a very early age. I didn't really have much prospects on the employment kind of thing. So the first place that would hire me was, they called themselves privateers. They were pirates.
Oh.
They were, puts up air quotes, nice pirates, but they were still pirates. I was basically the person that sang while they got drunk until they fell asleep. But they were still kind of robbing people out at sea. So from time to time, I got into a fight here and there. Wasn't really used to it for obvious reasons. So the first couple of scratches, or stab wounds is where I got. She puts up her shirt again to show you the scar around her belly button. This scar.
Wow. Okay. That's no offense. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's a great story to tell if you're actually drunk in a bar.
Yeah.
But
And
did
thankfully,
you? Sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
Okay,
thankfully enough,
go
we
on.
traveled, so I made some connections thanks to that.
Did you ever stole like they did?
Did I ever what?
Steal anything, such as the pirates you were with?
Not technically. I just defended the ship, but technically, I didn't give anything back.
Hmm.
So an accomplice, I guess.
Okay. Did you just stay with them for the remainder of time? Like, when did you leave?
I left 6 months after. Uh, yeah. It didn't last that long, mainly because I'm gonna say second captain murdered the first one, and I felt like there was gonna be a lot of bloodshed, so I left after that. You know what they say, you can't trust a pirate for more than a year.
Yep. Well, what did you do after that?
I traveled for a bit from town to town, but eventually I did find another set of employment. Ironically enough, at a library of some noblemen. It's from the north, in Frost, so different kingdom, different continent. But eventually I learned some history here and there, some new knowledge here and there. Well, I basically became a, how should I say this? Glorified maid. I was basically the person that sang while they ate. It was boring work, but nice enough. Paid well.
I'm guessing that one didn't last long as well.
Yeah, someone. I don't know who, honestly, but someone hired a bunch of assassins to murder them. Immediately, people came in to investigate. Like, these adventurers came in to solve the case of the murdered ruler of the area. He was some sort of duke or something. It was a while ago. They immediately thought it was one of the maids or butlers that did it, so kind of had to leave when people thought I was a murderer. She
Well,
turns around and reveals her back to you, and you can tell that there is a puncture wound near her lung area. Kind of got a lance stuck in my back because I ran away, and one of the adventurers threw it at me.
wow, okay. Well, but it normally says in every other mystery book I read, normally the maid or the butler did it, so
I mean, I
it
don't
makes
blame
sense.
them. It was just awkward.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing you just traveled after that?
Yeah, from time to time I came across bandits here and there. Other people, some friendly, others not. I guess the last notable thing that I did, well, the last big thing that I did, rather, I did plenty of small things. Well, other than meeting you guys, of course. I did stumble across something known as the Everfall song. I don't really know what it was, but it was a waterfall with strange sound upon it. It was in the border of Mist and Isle, a waterfall that stretched out for miles, near the Iron Gate doors. It honestly played a beautiful melody, and that's where I gained, well, my don't tell Nikolai or the rest, my own patron. Nothing bad, nothing like a well, nothing like Nikolai's thing. Just a patron that's a Fey Lord that loves music, and I was tasked to, well, learn, grow, and develop it. It's one of the
Wow.
reasons why I can't fight. Because they don't really want me to.
That's amazing, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, the only thing though, it limits me from fighting to a degree. But I'm very good with support, so that's a good thing at the very least.
Yeah. Hey, at least you haven't had to kill anybody yet. I mean, it's normally Tess and Nikolai's job, I guess.
No, but Nikolai seems very good at it.
Oh yeah,
Worryingly.
yeah. He did behead a guy once. It was gruesome. That was like the first time I met him. He kind of beheaded somebody.
I think that's one of the first stories you told me.
Oh yeah, I think. Dang
I,
it.
I think so. When you all met up, and this is me at a game. I think so. Back in game.
Don't remember.
I think when you all met up with each other and told me this is Dust, this is Nikolai, and I think Nikolai's exact words were, "I killed someone with a bag once."
Did he?
I think so.
Jordan-
At a game. I think so.
Out of game, Nikolai. Can you confirm this? Because I don't remember it.
We did talk kind of like that around that story. I think the story was mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not 100% sure.
I am 80% sure.
You're putting memes in there. That's it. All the memes.
So,
My
Does-
my two memes that
Up
just, they
until-
say all the word. They say all the words that I need to say.
But
Yep.
yeah.
yeah, like this is above game, but like that was probably the most epic kill I've ever heard
Yeah,
of.
It was very fun. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything that happened that time. I have no idea. That was
that was way back when.
Oh, no. That did not happen. What? No.
Get it?
That was that was the devil curse. That was Nikolai was not. No.
Demon curse. Yeah. Get a bag of devouring, murder someone with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Amara politely chuckles, but still is honestly worried about Nikolai's intent to murder / kill.
He had.
He's better.
In my
He's better.
defense. Sorry, I'm putting the meme in there. So keep talking.
He's
Yeah.
gotten better. Same thing with Des. Both of them have gotten better.
Yeah, it's true. And it's not like Nikolai didn't do it for a reason.
Mm-hmm. He
Yep.
more or less did it to save a lot of people, which he did.
Yeah. Just a little worried.
Just an- he'll be fine. I mean, you're helping him, not with killing, with the magic.
Yeah. I mean, I try. Yesterday he tried to learn on how to make spells, I think. I'm honestly not really sure. It's not something I normally do, let alone have ever done. I don't... Well, I would help him regardless, but I don't know why he asked me instead of anyone else.
Well, he trusts you. And also, you guys kind of have the same base of magic.
I guess that's true.
This is gonna be awkward to ask this. Have you ever gotten into any other relationships after you left? Like, romantically?
She does blush, but she does state, not really. Like, there have been attempts by others, but nothing's really stuck around. Like, I've had to travel for my work, so a lot of them wanted me to be a trophy wife or someone that stuck around town. I kind of was more traveling around and wanted to do something. Not that I wouldn't want to stick around eventually, just at the time didn't feel right. So, not really, but people have made attempts.
Yeah. It would have probably hooked him in a trophy wife anyways, so.
Well, that's usually when a noble or someone rich came into town.
Yeah.
There was this one farmer that wanted me for a trophy wife for some reason.
What? Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Seemed nice. Good looking
Yeah,
guy. Just
people can
very
do
weird that a farmer wanted a trophy wife.
people can do really weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he was nice about it. Other nobles, not so much.
Yeah.
I can't go to Aquis currently. And Aquis is another kingdom to the north, south, east, west that she's currently not allowed to go back into.
How did you get banned from that area anyways?
They tried to restrain me, so I stabbed them with a fork.
What?
Then I jumped out a window and ran. A lot of
I'm learning
nobles can't fight.
Now? Oh. Wow, okay. That's something new I learned. Alright.
One of his knights tried to branding smite me. Thankfully enough, I'm not a demon, so it didn't take effect that much. It hurt, but I didn't die. She lifts up her pant leg to reveal like a burn mark where that is.
Ouch.
It's healed.
Yeah. Yeah, Ada's eyes. Should probably be honest about this. It's a heavy topic to put up, but you remember you tried to talk to me while you died. I kind of at least heard part of it, and I just want to say I was not in the right head at the time, and I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to live a normal life without you and move on or anything. No, I was going to make that deal with the devil in my head and see if I could bring you with me. That's weird to say, yeah. But I just couldn't have let you die like that.
She looks towards you and like grabs onto both of your shoulders with her own hands. And she does state, all right, Ada, I want you to know, and you can be mad if you want, but I'm going to do something that's going to hurt you, but you're not going to die, okay?
What?
And immediately headbutts you, like, so hard.
Oh my God.
Enough that it draws blood from both of you. It does dizzy both of you, and she does state...
Missed it.
You'd missed it. And she does state, how? And she looks towards you. That is what you were planning on doing. Hurting both of us. Don't be dumb.
You hurt both of us, though.
That was my point. But this way we don't die.
Okay,
This way
listen,
we didn't get corrupted by some devil.
I thought it was a good idea at the time. I know better now. I said I was in the right place.
You're both kind of dizzy, so you like sit down. She sits down next to you and like grabs your hands. Ada, that's very sweet. It's very kind. Don't be dumb. You're my best friend. You're someone I really care about. Live. Okay?
And Mari, you're my best friend too, and I care about you a lot, but where would I be without you?
You'll be fine. You always have. And when I was gone, what were you doing? Carrying on. Living. People make mistakes. People make good things too. And we found each other again. So don't be dumb. Okay? Even if I die, well, according to what I saw, there's still something on the other side. But there's no reason to rush at it. All right?
Ada nods, and can she cast Cure Wounds to
She-
at least stop Amara's bleeding?
Honestly, she was about to do the same thing, but healing words. You heal each other up. It's very adorable, if not concerning, that she headbutted you. You pick each other up, heal for full. All right. Don't be dumb.
I won't. You know what's funny to me at a game? I just imagine they're in the streets, surrounded by people, when Amara just headbutted her.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Did they get looks?
You got looks, but it's like, are they performers? Are they doing something? Is it a cat fight? Is it some sort of romantical thing? I don't know. People go around you with a very wide berth.
Well, with that out of the way, want to do some shopping? Or continue to talk? I mean, we have the whole day.
Either.
Okay.
She takes your hand and leads you further into the bazaar where you enjoy a good amount of time. Dust. You get your supplies, you get everything ready, and you do see... yeah, I'm going to say you see this. By the time you get everything set up... I was about to burp. You do see Nikolai, like, getting some things here and there. Strap what appears to be a coin purse to his side. And, like, heads towards a alleyway. You do see Opal and Fauna talking with each other. And you do overhear Opal state... so, how long do you think he's going to survive in the alleyway? I was fine. Okay. Shouldn't bet with you. Good to know. She notices you, Dust. Hey? Nikolai might die. Just letting you know. Nikolai, you head into the
Dust.
hallway. Go ahead.
Dust there?
Might be muted.
Yes, I was
Maybe.
muted.
Haha.
Okay. I'll be like, where did he go?
We were tracking someone for fun, and Nikolai wants people to be mugged or something, so he sent Fauna through the dark alleyway. It didn't work, so now he's trying it himself. He's already in the alleyway, so there's no way to stop him.
Okay.
So how much you want to bet he gets mugged or stabbed at?
Almost guaranteed.
You're no
don't have
fun.
to bet. We don't have to bet. Almost guaranteed.
Unfortunately true.
Okay. We'll go
Nikolai,
and cover for him. As I'll
yeah.
change my appearance
At a
so
game.
that it's more.
What kind of friend are
accustomed-
you?
I'll just change my appearance so it's a little bit more accustomed to. It would be more accustomed to down these alleyways.
Yeah. You change your appearance to get close, but you won't have time, potentially, if he gets mugged or stabbed at first. But you'll be there in case he gets into trouble. Nikolai, you
yeah,
go
no,
into the... Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
That's the whole thing that I'm doing is just getting close enough that I can deal with anything that might go on.
Yeah. Nikolai, you get into the alleyway. There you find the dark area again. Looking through it, you can tell the right section is where he went through, and the left section is where that one mugger that didn't mug Fano correctly went through.
Yep.
Is there anything like you say in the air other than, I am here to buy illicit goods?
I pull out a gold coin and I flip it in the air, heads or tails, and I decide which way I'm gonna go based on the gold coin.
Okay. You flip the coin and immediately you don't see it flip down. You look up and there is a very tall, dark, cloaked man. But it's a individual you've seen before.
Hello?
Because you were chasing the exact same person. Des spoke with last time.
Can I have that coin back? I was trying to like see if it was gonna be heads or tails.
He opens it, closes it back in his fist. It's heads. Any reason why
Oh.
you're following me with your assistant?
You're very perceptive.
Not
What-
in this case.
hmm,
I see a ruse when someone says, I am here to buy illicit goods from a shady dealer.
He's innocent. Don't I didn't expect to find you this quickly.
Dust, you're now 20 feet away from them. You can easily hear this conversation at this point. I really don't care. Why are you following me?
You want the truth, or do you want me to be shady?
Either. You can just walk away too if you don't want to deal with any problems.
Do you speak Draconic?
What do you think?
I say in Draconic to him that I have someone known that is searching for magical items, and I'm wondering why you're trying to deal with him and getting to the bottom of what's going on.
He looks towards you and doesn't say anything. And then after a while, when Dust is easily close enough, does state, in common, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
walk away. Don't follow me. You follow me and find other people around me, you will die. This is not a threat. Others are not so inclined to let you live.
You've threatened somebody that I care about, or at least the dealings that have happened. I'm speaking in Draconic,
Yeah.
and I want to know why this is happening. And you don't threaten me or anybody that
Make a
you're
line of
around.
persuasion.
That doesn't. Okay. You should?
He's not intimidated by you, unfortunately.
That's an 18.
18's pretty good. He does state, still not intimidated, but can hear your words. Right now, there are very rich people, very powerful people that are in need of our services. If I had to guess, your friend got too close to the truth. Don't know what happened. Might have been in the capital if I am reading this correctly. If you want to know more, I suggest you go there. Oh wait, sorry, it was in Hythe. Hythe. If you want to know more, I suggest you go there and speak with the... I forgot I gave him this name. The Undermaster. You're not going to get answers here. And if you try, you're likely to be attacked.
I see. Well,
We get import. We deliver to people. And some other people just buy offhand from us. Easiest way to do things. And at this point, he can see Dust. Well, not your current... Like, he can't see through your illusion, but he can see your being.
I'm definitely going to be like have the appearance of more of a beggar type of thing.
Mhm.
I'll just be kind of like sitting up against the wall.
Yeah. Still in common, looking towards you, Nikolai, and like more or
Hmm.
less getting ready to leave.
Hmm.
Word of advice. If you do try to track us down, don't leave witnesses and tell someone where you're going.
Oh.
You don't want to disappear on someone when they care about you, now do you?
And then I don't know if I need to do a sleight of hand for this, but I
Mm,
give him a bag, the bag of gold coins, the
okay.
bag of gold coins that is phantom.
You give him an illusionary bag of gold coins. He just looks towards you, takes them, and like puts them to the side. This isn't business. This is just advice. And like turns away to walk away. And he does, unless you do something.
Huh.
And then I stab him in the back. No. He walks away.
Yeah,
Dust,
that's
Nikolai,
pretty
you're
much-
there.
Yeah.
Opal
Well,
rounds the corner,
I'll-
so
I'll-
does Fauna.
I'll walk past whatever dust is because I don't know it's dust. So I'll walk back to Opal.
Yeah, they meet you halfway. Opal looks towards you. Hey, you didn't die. Oh, man. I really should have bet Dust.
I throw 2 gold coins at the whatever the beggar.
You throw 2 gold
Can you
coins behind you.
Go. Where are you going? Just go get out of here. We're having a private conversation.
I'm already gone. I just forgot to put you myself in the GM layer.
I was talking about dust, but
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. You.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I will just catch the 2 gold coins. Why, thanks, Nikolai. I'll take that as a compliment for my performance.
You hear the beggar sound exactly like Dust.